Hi everyone, and welcome back to the GuideWell Insights Lounge. My name is Kate Warnock, and we're coming to you live from day one of Singularity University's Exponential Medicine. I'm delighted to have in the lounge with us right now, Mr. Chuck Divita. Chuck, welcome to the interview.
Thanks for having me, Kate.
Chuck is the Chief Financial Officer for GuideWell. Chuck, you just took on a brand new role within the company, and that is overseeing GuideWell Innovation. Why is it that GuideWell Innovation should report into the Chief Financial Officer?
I think, Kate, there's a couple of answers to that question. One is, look, all of the innovation that's happening in healthcare, it's going to affect companies like ours. There's a cost associated with it, so we really need to be at the forefront of understanding what those trends are and how it's going to impact our business. Certainly there's an investment opportunity. We're looking for the next decacorn, but seriously, I think that it also sends a signal to our organization about how serious we are that innovation is where we need to go to transform our business model to be relevant in the future.
Absolutely, that's a great response. So, I know, Chuck, that there's definitely some special challenges, as innovators look to intersect with GuideWell. What is it that they should know about working with an established entity like ourselves and be able to operate within our healthcare finance system?
Well, I think you hit the nail on the head. There's a finance system, so all of the innovation that's happening, and it's great, but there's a cost associated with it, and so it has to fit in with the overall financing picture of healthcare. You look at self-insured plans, you look at insurance payers, you look at the government, they're aggregators of lives. Right. And so then there's a financing vehicle to pay for all that. So what the entrepreneur or what the innovator really needs to focus in on is, how does not only my solution have efficacy, but how does it fit into that equation so that we can get adoption and we can actually get the outcomes that we're looking for. So I think it's critical for those innovators to understand where they fit in that picture, that broader picture, not just in the point solution they're going after.
Chuck, we had Dr. Jack Greenler on earlier, and he was mentioning that, as a serial entrepreneur, he knows the right way to look for the problems that need to be solved. I would suggest that within GuideWell, there's probably a few things that you would suggest would be ripe for innovation. So it seems to me that reporting into the CFO, you would have a special perspective on that, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, makes sense. Chuck, again, moving forward, what is it that the industry can do to better control costs within the healthcare system?
Well, it is the question. But I think that there's really not a silver bullet in that. I think from my perspective, it's really all of the constituencies coming together and trying to solve this problem, because there's not one answer, and it's local, and it's regional, and it's state, and it's national, and it's episodic. So it's very complicated. But I think if we can see innovation not only in the financing vehicle, because there's not a lot of innovation that's been happening there, or more could happen. Innovation on the medical side, to where we're getting out of this fee-for-service mode and we're actually focused on quality and outcomes and driving the financial mechanism there. So to me, the opportunity really is, and the opportunity for somebody that's in the payer space, that operates in payer space and other businesses, is really, what role can we play? We have so much information, we have a huge piece of the puzzle, but we've got to facilitate bringing those stakeholders together and solving it. And I think that's really what GuideWell Innovation is all about.
Well, it sounds like you're playing a wonderful role in that, and I look forward to learning more about the innovations that GuideWell is going to bring to market. Chuck Divita, thank you so much for sharing your time with us here today at the GuideWell Insights Lounge. Hope that we catch up with you again, maybe on day 2 or day 3 of Singularity University's Exponential Medicine. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Kate.
All right.